Hello grade ones, today is Tuesday, and as I promised yesterday, we are starting our unit on money, okay? Now, in our workbooks, our workbooks come from the United States, and their money, because they're a different country, looks different than ours, okay? So we're not gonna complete in our workbook the money exercises, okay? Instead, in your packages, I've given you worksheets, and at the bottom, I've put the page numbers, so you know what pages you need to do which day. But we're not gonna do the workbook because the money looks different, because we live in Canada. I want you to look at our money. Also, in your package, you should have got a bag of money, okay? Now, we're gonna start with the coins, okay? Leave the bills in there, the paper, leave the bills. We're gonna start with all of our different coins, okay? Now, I have bigger versions so that you can see the picture. The first one I want you to find in your baggie, press pause if you need to get your bag, is I want you to find the one with the beaver on it, okay? So can you go through your baggie? And I would like you to find the coin with the beaver on it, okay? Now, the one with a beaver on it is called a nickel. Can you say that with me? Nickel. Okay, so we will call this a nickel. And remembering the nickel has the beaver, and on the coin it tells you how much money is it worth. What does it say at the top up here? 5 cents. So it is worth 5, and the short form for cents, I do a C with a line through it, and that's what cents are. So a nickel is worth 5 cents. Okay, did everyone find their nickel? Okay, the next one we're going to do is actually the smallest coin, and it is the one with the blue nose or the sailboat on it. Okay, can you find that? And if you remember all the symbols we've been talking about in Canada, that's why on the nickel we have a beaver, because these are all important symbols in Canada, right? And we were talking about those in the class. The next one is the famous blue nose, or you can, blue note, is that you can use the sailboat there. So we've got, this is called a dime. Can you find a dime in your bag? So this is a dime, and on it, it also tells us how much money it's worth. How much is it worth? 10 cents. So I'm going to write 10, and then the short form for cents is a C with a line in it, okay? That we've got our dime. The next one that we have is where we've got the caribou on it, okay? And so can you find the coin with the caribou? And we call this a quarter. And it is the one with the caribou on it. And how much money is it worth? What do you see up there? 25 and our cents symbol. So a quarter is worth 25 cents. Okay? Then I want you to find the coin with the loon on it, okay? And this is what we call a loonie, which goes in hand with what the animal is that's on it, and it is worth $1. Now, our short form for our dollar is an S with 2 lines down it, and we put 1. So when we do cents, we write the cents after the number. When we do dollars, we write the dollar symbol, then the number. So we've got a dollar here, okay? The last coin that you should have is where we've got our polar bear on it, okay? And this is called a toonie. Okay, and it is worth $2. Now, dollars, I'm going to write it first. The S with the 2 lines, and I'm going to put a 2. So we've got our toonie. Okay? So we've got all of our coins here, and they all have their names on them. Okay? So we've got our nickel, which is 5 cents, our dime, which is 10 cents, our quarter, which is 25, our loonie is $1, and our toonie is $2. Now, if you were to reach your hand in your bag and you were to grab out some of these coins, we're going to talk about, so I reached my hand in and I got some coins. We're going to talk about how we would count our money, okay? And what we will do is we will always start with the largest amounts first. So the first thing we're going to do is, do we have any toonies? Okay, did you have any toonies when you reached in your hand? If you do, you're going to count your toonies first. They're worth $2, so you would count by twos. So 2, 4, 6. I only have 1, so I have $2. The next thing I'm going to check, do I have any loonies? I have 1 loonie. Did you have any loonies? So you would count by ones. $1, $2, $3. So I have a toonie, so I have $2, and I got one more dollar is $3. Now I'm going to start with my smaller coins, my cents. So I would start with the quarters, the ones with the Caribou, the 25 cents. Now, I want you to, this is something with money that you're going to learn. And remember when we were talking about time, when we were talking about fractions, we were talking about breaking something up, we talked about a quarter of something, okay? So it takes 4 quarters to make $1, okay? And I want you to think of a circle, and remember when we did the clocks. So if we go, this is a quarter, this is a quarter, this is a quarter, and this is a quarter. So a circle can be cut into 4 pieces, and 4 quarters makes $1. So we will want to remember that we go 25. If we have 2 of them, it goes 50. If I had 3, it would be 75 cents. So this is where we're counting by 25s. This is a good thing to start to remember so you don't have to count up by 25. So 25, 50 when I have 2 of them, 75 when I have 3 of them, and if I have 4 quarters, it will make $1. Or another $1 is 100 cents, and that's where I'd get 100 here. Okay, so I want you to remember counting. Quarters is counting by 25, 50, 75, $1. Okay, so I had 2 quarters, so 2 quarters together makes 50 cents. So I have 50 cents. Now I'm going to count with my dimes, the 10 cents. So I have 50. One more is 60, 70, 80. So I have 80 cents. Now I'm going to count my nickels. And these are worth 5 cents. So now I'm going to count by 5. So I have 80. 85, 90, 95. So I have $3.95. And let me write that down here. So I write my dollars first. So my dollar sign is an S with 2 lines. I have $3. Then I put a little decimal, and I have 95 cents. So I write 95 there. Okay? So today for your work, I would like you to do 4 of these pages. There's page 6, page 10, page 7, and page 11. Okay? And they are all about, they're going to show you the picture of the money, and you start by counting them. So count by 10s, count by 5s. Remember our quarter trick, okay? As you get into other pages, you will talk about the quarters. 1 is 25, 2 is 50, 3 is 75, and 4 makes $1, okay? And that you are going to, then they're going to give you an amount of money, like 80 cents. How can you make 80 cents? You can use your money, count out 80 cents, and then draw what coins you would be. And that could be more than one. You can make 80 cents with dimes. You could use dimes and nickels. You could do dimes, nickels, and quarters. So you can choose different ways that you can make this, okay? So you're going to do those 4 pages for today. We'll see you tomorrow.